Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I am your host, Denise, and the movie I am reviewing this week is a Netflix original. It's titled The Good Nurse. It stars two very, very fine actors, Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain. They play Charlie and Amy, respectively. This movie is about a nurse, Amy, Jessica Chastain's character. She's an ICU nurse who works long hours, busy, stressful. She's a single mom. She's got two kids. So she's overworked. The whole ICU unit is overworked, but they press on and help people and do what they can to either give them care and comfort and prolong their lives, or just help them through whatever serious ailment is that they're dealing with. Well, Amy has no insurance, okay? She has a heart condition and she can't afford to pay for her medical expenses by, making a claim. So everything she has to, every time she goes in for lab work for this heart condition, test and so forth, she's got to pay out of pocket. So let's keep that on the side for now, because this issue is going to impact her job and how she's able to perform it later down the road. So at some point, the head nurse or the director of ICU is able to find help for the staff in the ICU unit. So Charlie is hired as a male nurse, and he and Amy become friends. They establish a friendship. They, are pretty close. At the first sight of Charlie, I, as the viewer, am a little, weirded out, because he's just a little odd and a little quirky for me. Think Norman Bates. All right, in the movie Psycho. He's got that kind of vibe working. Well, a patient that Amy has been caring for some time dies. Mysteriously, it was not something that the hospital was expecting so soon, but they chalk it up as a mysterious death, and they press on. Some time passes, and another patient, a woman, a wife who's just had a baby's about 6 months old, she's in ICU. She too dies mysteriously. So an investigation begins, and the two detectives who are investigating both these murders seem a little bit more interested in finding out why and who might be responsible than the hospital chief of staff. She's kind of giving them the brush off, not really giving them all the information that they need to kind of investigate in a timely manner. She's kind of giving them, these things happen, what can you say kind of attitude. So they press and press and press. And the detectives finally talk to Amy and ask her about her new colleague, what's up with him, what's your relationship like, so forth and so on. So fast forward, we find out that Charlie has been an employee at 9 previous hospitals before coming to the hospital where he is now. And so that's kind of like a red flag for the investigators. They do a little bit more pressing of Amy, asking her questions like, Do you think he would have access to this medication or that medication? Well, come to find out, the two women who did mysteriously die, they were injected with insulin, of which neither of them had diabetes, so they would die. This insulin would kill them. So you fast forward, you unravel everything, you put all the pieces together, and you find out that Charlie is responsible. And if so, how and why? So I'm going to leave it there because this movie, it's slow in some parts of the movie are slow, especially like just kind of long conversations between Charlie and Amy. But clearly, Charlie's got some issues that neither the hospital where he's now employed are really, trying to figure out. It doesn't really matter to them. They're just trying to fill a position. And the hospitals where he came from didn't seem to think that anything was wrong with Charlie. So I'll leave that there. Take a look at it. It's, I guess, a thriller, if you want to call it a thriller. I give it about a 6. I really like I said, both lead actors, Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain. But stay with this movie to the very end, and please read the credits, because when I was reading the credits, I'm like, are you serious? All this happened, and this is the result. So that is my review for this week. The Good Nurse on Netflix. So I'm going to jump right into my Nailed It. My Nailed It for this week is a trio. Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston, and Marley from the movie Marley and Me. I saw this movie when it first came out, and the dog itself was just the cutest pup and grew up to be just the cutest dog. But we're dealing with a young couple who has this rambunctious, boisterous, naughty, out of control, sweet dog that they come to love and adore, even though he's got neurological issues. He's just crazy, but he's part of the family. We love him. And then, of course, the ending. Once I knew what was going to happen to Marley, I cried for the remainder of the movie. That movie got me like that. So my Nailed It is the cast of Marley and Me, Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston, and sweet, rambunctious, out of control Marley. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Denise, and there I will be. So until next week, you go see a movie, because I am going to see a movie, a very special movie that I can't wait to see, that's coming out on Friday. And see you next week. Bye-bye.